Good evening, everybody. This is 7th Gear Racing. This is tier 2, round 11. Tonight we're in Australia. Sorry about that. The stream wasn't working for a second, but looks like it is. So, quite a significant night tonight. We have Joel, who can potentially win the tier 2 title. A few possibilities, but just to keep it simple for now, if he does manage to win the race tonight, he will be crowned tier 2 champion. There's a few other possibilities, but it depends on the likes of Soto, Adam and Vaughan as well. So Australia, one of my favourite tracks, quite difficult to overtake round here, and I'll just turn my volume down quickly. Oops. Yeah, it's a difficult track to overtake. You got this DRS zone we're in now. It's very hard to follow with the dirty air through the far chicane there, and also the pit straight, of course. It's probably the next best place to overtake. But again, hard to follow. Because the dirty air. So it looks like, who is the first person? Is it Will? Will is the first person on a hot lap. Oh, and he's off. Yeah. Well, it says he's on a 2:30, but when you've been going for 2:30 in a minute. So the game's glitched out. So. I wasn't really paying attention to who was up third, but Philly's out on the mediums. He's invalidated his lap. Off downboard will really catch up in the reserve. Driving in the Williams tonight. Let's see what time he was set. He's all out of shape going through the chicane there, and he's spun as he. No damage to the car though, so continue. There we go, we've got the championship leader Joel, who has won back-to-back races. He's looking for his third one tonight and wrap up the title, he's hoping. He comes down to the last corner fresh as the first person to set a time with a 23.5. Joel looks like he's going to beat this, and he does with a 23.2 to start things off with the championship leader. So here's that. I think Lenny's actually back on the pad tonight. There's problems with the wheel, so see if his pace improves or goes down. He sets a 25.0. As Bio goes second with a 23.3. It's not bad, is it? So Ashuga goes regional pole for now, 23.1. Podgy goes P5. Another consistent Podgy. Vaughan now starting his second lap, it seems. He validated his first. One of the people who can delay the title to Joel. But the pole time around here last season for tier 2 was a 20.3. That was last game, of course, so I don't think that's going to be anywhere near. But tier 1 this season on this game, set by Legendary, was also actually a 120.3, but that was pre-update. So I would imagine the times will be a lot slower now. Maybe a low 22 or high 21 will be the pole time to aim for. So we'll stay on board with Vaughan. See Finley and Kay set their lap on the medium tyres as Killer Miller now goes into the 22s, the first man to get into the 22s. Let's see what Vaughan can do here. Second lap on these tyres. He's looking pretty decent. And he does go provisional pole. 22.5. So that's a good good lap there as K's spun out somewhere. Let's see where he spun out, just round us. Yep. So took too much curb on the exit of that there. Thrown himself into the wall. And you expect he'll be starting at the back as he set the time, medium tyre. TBS Vibes or Vibs, what you want to call him. He's making his debut tonight, all the way from Puerto Rico. So lots of different nationalities here in 7GR. See what time he could do. Yes, he's actually on the outlap. So come back to him later on. Many now coming into the pits. We'll stay on board with TBS. He'll start his final lap on his debut. And Willie Ketchup's actually retired as well, as he lost it. The last corner, it seems. Also another tricky place with the traction. TBS gone very deep there. Struggling to keep together here. So expect this lap to be any good. There's only a few tracks on, few cars on track at the minute. Oh, and he's taken the curb of death, and that could be actually rear wing damage, which will compromise him for the rest of the session. As Dylan now starts his flying lap. The man on form is last two races have been a podium, and he's finished 5th, which is probably his best form of his 7GR career so far. Now in the most races as well. He's closing on that 50 mark. In this 7GR's 70th race tonight as well. And Dylan's racing about 100% sure, but about 45 roughly. Of the OGs, the league, right here from the beginning. We'll see what he can do. Last season, if you remember, if you watched the stream replay, you'll see that Dylan actually got sent to the moon after, I can't remember who it was, on the safety car restart, sort of swiped across, and Dylan just went airborne across the track. Better night tonight. Let's see what his first time is. It's going to be 25s, just, and some P15. We'll be looking to improve on that. There's Podgy is on in a lap, it seems. He's had 4 laps on them tyres, so P3 at the minute, which is pretty good. But he'll want to improve that time, otherwise he's going to be pitting on lap 3 or 4. Possibly even though the tyre wear around here is not great. So Joel's out for his second or final lap. as a Alpine. See, it's Pete coming into the pits. Here's see what Joel sets for us. There he goes, provisional pole. Just pips Thorn. 22.4. And Miller goes third there. Didn't see that one happen. But he's also. No, yeah, that's the one he set up before. Mistake. Finley. Up and down season. Fresh says Dylan's 49th race. Right, so his next one will be his 50th. Which will be the most of anyone. Little milestone for Dylan. Yeah, that's a pretty clear invalidation from Philly there, which is going to be a key part of this race. Track limits around here, especially that chicane, is you have to watch out for. Joel is happy with his lap. Going to pits as Finley. So only 4 cars out on the track in a minute, which is Lenny, Will, Dylan, and TBS. I'm sure Lenny's going to improve this lap. He will set. Oh, he doesn't improve. Still P15 for Lenny. Maybe after racing on the wheel for so long, you've just taken a little time to get used to the pad again. As Will's not sure what's happened here. Just sat on the track, but looks like a bit of lag to me, because there's no yellow flag there. Anyway, TBS, here he comes to set his first lap on his debut, and it's going to put him at the back. 16, 25.1. Oh, seems like the wheel's moving again. So that looks like a bit lag to me. Hopefully that doesn't affect the races. Lenny's gone for another lap. He's up on his time this time. Yeah, Fresh's 15th race tonight, as he says in the jet. Right, so Lenny's up on his time. He's got a little bit of gap to improve if he's going to move anywhere. He goes up one place, even though he's 6 tenths faster. Looking to improve again. So I can't see the timer. Must be coming close to the end of the session now. A few more drivers come out for their outlaps. Stay on board with Podgy. No, he looks like he just lifted there, so I'm not yeah, he's backed out of his lap. Oh, he's invalidated, that's right. It's 3 tenths up, it said, so fortunate for Podgy. Who's next across on the line? Ashuka. Now starting his lap. P5 in a minute. He's had a pretty good season for his first one. He's got a nice little tow here from Killer Miller. You're on the mat. Take a wide line into this corner. Get the power on. Doesn't go flat out around there. No time to be found there. Comes into another tricky traction zone where you can easily lose it on the curb on the exit. Vaughan now goes provisional pole with a 22.3. He's laying down a marker for Joel. Into the chicane, he takes that pretty nicely, the first one. As Boyer retires, looks like he's lost it somewhere. He tried to do a lap on the mediums. We'll see if Ashuka can get himself up there. Look at too bad a lap. He is going to improve by half a second, and he goes P3. A decent lap there. Not too far away from Joel. It's Kilomina now starting his flying lap. He's validated again. Pete on his out lap, who's making his first start since round 4, so he's away on work. I've had to cover for him the tier 1 streams. He's back tonight. Making his first appearance in over a month. So a bit rough, but he's P8 at the minute, which is Finley behind him. Oh, he's on his outlap. Joel's on his outlap. Kilomiller's now finishing his flying lap here, so P4 at the minute. And oh, he invalidated. So he's for him. McLaren and Will, who's on 3 lap old tyres. And Fresh is nipped across the line. He's slightly down, but he might have been. No, definitely not improved. 130.8. Podgy, no, he's done. Podgy's done. Adam's done. Fresh done. Dylan's done. DBS going to start the back as well. That's Pete coming across now. Has he improved on his time? He goes P7. Goes above Finley, who spun out, so he's not going to be improving. Toto goes up to P9. Both Alpines in the top 10 now. Might have a say on the championship later. Vaughan's not going to improve. But here comes Joel. No tier 2 pole master tonight with Winnets unable to race, so it's given the opportunity to Vaughan, or perhaps Joel, who does improve, but it's not enough to beat Vaughan. Kilomilla, can he do anything? He improves but doesn't move anywhere. Finley's done. Ashuka, he's done. Will's done. Oh, as well. What happened there? Fresh coming out. He's done already, so that is the end. Vaughan is on pole for this Australian Grand Prix. He finished 5th in tier 1 a few weeks ago, so he does like this track. It's 3rd pole of the season, which is on par with Winnets now, I think. To battle out for the most pole positions. Joel will be starting 2nd with Bashuka, Kilomilla on the 2nd row. looks like Will was he was having internet troubles earlier because he's still on his outlap apparently. So timer ticks down. Hopefully it will move on. There we go. Hopefully glitched out the lobby for the race. But there we go. Vaughan is on pole. Joel, the championship leader, just misses out under a tenth. He's on the second P2. Bashuka P3. Killer Miller P4. Podgy with a good lap there. P5. Adam P6. Kunich P7. Finley P8. Toto Wolf P9. Bio running up the top 10. Fresh P11. Dylan P12. Will P13. Lenny 14. K's 15. TBS and Woody Ketchup making up the and it's a dry race at the start at least anyway. We'll have a look. I imagine bottom 7 will start on the mediums. Tyre wear around here is pretty high, I think, if I remember correctly. As we're running up at 2 minutes to 9. So you'd think the bottom 7 will go for a one stop round here. I think a medium soft is actually or soft medium is possible, but you'll be struggling. I can't quite remember the strategy, but we'll have a look at the standings while we wait. Joel's in lead, of course, with 130 points. Toto Wolf was second with 105. Adam and Vaughan both on 102. And Winnets, who's not racing tonight unfortunately, is on 88. That's top 5. So it's been quite a close championship. Joel's sort of got away with the last couple of races, winning back to back, and a couple of DNS from Winnets, and I think Vaughan had a couple of bad races just beforehand as well. Had a DNF at Netherlands, I think, which sort of opened it up a bit, giving Joel the chance to win the title tonight. The constructors looking pretty tight as well. Alpine 173, Aston Martin 170, Mercedes 145. So that's all to play for in the constructors as well. But yeah, basically if Joel wins the race tonight, he is crowned the Tier 2 champion. If he finishes second, Toe finishes third, but Toe, Adam, and if they all finish third or below, Joel wins as well. And there's plenty of possibilities tonight. I won't read through them all because there's quite a few. But, as I say, the most simple one is if Joel wins the race, wins the title, and say he's got a pretty good chance tonight. So we're about 1 minute away now. Lights out. And there's actually delayed at another minute because Pete, the other league leader, he needs to go do something. I've already just read this. Yeah, Lenny using the pad as his wheel broke. First time using his pad for 10 months, so pretty hard to get used to. As someone's actually readied up. So if Pete's not there, he's got to be quick. Alright, here we go then. Hopefully Pete's there. And it's 5 there's a jump start. And Toto's actually jumped the start, so oh dear, Joel's had a bad start. Bashuga's jumped him. He goes on the outside, there's a contact there as well. Looks like he's going to get past. Back past. So Dylan looks like he's had a little incident. Bashuga tries to get back past Joel. Does look like Pete just about made it in time. He's down to P12 though, he's lost a few positions. Getting up front, Toto jumped the start. The red light's on quite a while. They've caught him out. But Vaughan is in the lead of this race because Toto will have to do that drive through, of course. It's a yellow flag. Doesn't look like anyone's binned it or anything. As Pete's back up to P10 already, made up 2 positions. Falling back. But Will's past him again. Get a minute so we can move Finley. Let's get this stuff up. Let's see who made the most places. Of course, Toto. See, he's coming for his drive through now. So the order's finally right. As Vaughan leads us down to turn 1. Closely followed by Joel and Bashuga. Second behind the front 3 already. It's Adam now going down the inside of the Aston Martin Killer Miller. Looks like he might have a problem. He just been overtaken by Fresh as well. He's having a good start as well for him. So Pete's back up to P9 now. Lost 2 positions at the start. The starting position. Dylan back of TBS, who I mentioned making a debut. Look at the tyres. Only 3 medium runners, so that's unusual. As Dylan goes down the inside of TBS just for a chicane, and that's going to be a warning for TBS there. Where should we go? We'll go back up to the front and see what's going on. There's a yellow flag. Looks like Will Bio had an incident somewhere that I missed. Joel in the slipstream. Vaughan. Ashuka is keeping up with them as well. Podgy looks to be falling behind. So the front 3 has a lot of pace around here. Toto gets past Willie Ketchup, who's coming to the pit, so he's an excellent as well. I did say Podgy did like 4 laps on his tyres. I'm not sure if he did a faster lap, so that could be the reason why he's nearly fallen 2 seconds behind the front 3. Maybe beyond. Oh, and there's a spinner. And that's a Haas of Finley. No idea how that was not a DNF. That looked a pretty big hit. He's going to have to pit now. Yeah, as I say, Poggi was on all lap hold tyres in qualifying, so if he didn't set a faster lap than that, he's on 6 lap hold for softs already, so he'll be pitting the next couple of laps if that is true. Looks to be struggling. There's Pete's made his way up to P7 now. He's going to be hunting down Fresh very shortly as the DRS is now open. Killer Miller sets the fastest lap of the race. So Joel getting very close to Vaughan now. Maybe thought about a move there. Maybe next DRS zone. Vaughan's got plenty of DRS to play with. Is that a Ferrari? It's Bashuga who's was up there in P3. It's a VSC for that as well. Lost his whole wing. Just very unfortunate for him because he was showing decent pace in his early stages. VSC to end. Adam will be passing Bashuka very shortly. And there we go, we're off again. And there we go, Bashu jumps into the pits to get that wing changed. Adam up the P4 now. Yeah, the P5, so he's showing a good race here. It's Killer Miller. On the back of the Alpine of Kinich. Might make a move here, he's using the DRS. It's going to be a late move if he does. Smartly decides to go for it there. Toto after that jump start down in P11. Some work to do. He's gonna try and delay Joel to the title. Kay's had a very good race last week, but obviously he got demoted down after resetting the track. I think, yeah, he finished P3 last week. So it shows some good pace as Fresh and K's played dangerously with the curb as they make contact down the straight. Just, looks like K's might have got damage from that. Hopefully he stayed out. But anyway, back to the front because Joel is all over the back of Vaughan. So you go down. Joel gets ahead of Vaughan for the lead of the race. This could be a battle that goes on for a while between these two. Now 4 seconds up the road to Poggi. So two in a league of their own this race at the minute. Dylan on the back of Kays, who might have wing damage. Must have wing damage. The back of Fresh a minute ago. Looks like he's dropping off. So maybe that one was for the stewards to decide what happened there. Looked to me as Fresh sort of come across him as he was trying to overtake. For a defensive move a bit too late, maybe. I'll come back to this in a second, because again, Vaughan is now past Joel down the first DRS straight if he can make it stick. And Will has disconnected. Says he's 2 laps behind as well, so yeah, that must be a glitch. Finley leaves the session. P14 at the minute as well. He never disconnect. Yeah, Cage does come in for that wing change, I would assume. He's gone back out on the softs. TBS comes in, he must have wing damage as well. Gonna have plenty of ERS to attack Alpine Kaninch. And decides to. So we must be close now to the first pit stops. I missed the pit stop strategies. Only 2 penalties so far. I know it's only lap 7, but it's very easy to invalidate around here. We'll pop to the front because see Joel makes a move again on Vaughan down this DRS straight. Looks like he's got away pretty nicely, Vaughan. So definitely won't be happening this time. Bashuka, who was running third, is about to get lapped. Just a few laps ago he was third, and now he's a lap behind. Rather big snuff roaster there. As Toto's made himself back up to P8 as the race has actually spread out quite a lot of cars. And TBS picks up another 3-second time penalty. So not many battles going on. Pete's on the back of Adam now. So Kilomino must have tried the undercut for those mediums unless he had damage. Closed down on Adam. Once again, we'll see if Joel will make a move. Staying out. Bashuka's been very respectful, fresh as DNF. That could bring out the safety car, and it does. Hopefully Bashuka stays out for another lap at least. He's going to try and unlap himself. There we go, gets a legal overtake. He just stays out, lets the front runner's pit, he'll unlap himself. Yep, that's going to good timing for the soft runners as their tyres are pretty much off anyway. Will they go to the hards to the end, or try and risk the mediums and perhaps go for a 2-stopper? Yeah, and Bashuka does stay out, so he'll unlap himself. Hopefully he can get round to catch the pack. Very close. Joel hitting him. He's going for the mediums, Vaughan is. Joel do the same, he does. So maybe going for a 2-stopper. Apology what tyre is going on. Adam's on the mediums. Apologies on the mediums. Yeah, looks like everyone is going on the mediums. So maybe they do last to the end. Okay, he gets a drive through, speeding under the safety car. And that is going to be his race done, unless he gets another safety car. He will not be very happy about that. Toto brings him back up to the pack. Okay, he's on a very good few seconds there. Picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So everyone's on the mediums now. Finley, oh, he's left the session, hasn't he? So disconnected. He'll be AI for the rest of the race. So we'll see what the medium pace will be like. Fresh tyres just let go and wouldn't whip again. Yeah. Tyres are getting pretty old. Softs. Yep, here is the rundown. We'll see actually who's made up the positions. Good, Lenny up 8 places. Is he on fresh tyres as well? We'll have a quick look at that. No, he hasn't pitted yet. He'll be going for the one stop, I'd imagine. So, yep. So Vaughan leading this race as he was. Joel as he was in second as well. Hodges up 2 places. Bashuka. Was he down 12 places now? Had that incident we missed. He was behind Vaughan and Joel, and then he wasn't. With no wing. Hodges having a very good race again. On a good point streak at the minute. He's scored points in every single race, apart from round 1. So he's on a good streak there. Adam is another consistent driver. Pete's enjoying himself at P5 at the minute, making his return. Just behind him is Lenny on old, I'd say old 8-lap old mediums. Kilometre up P7 now. He's actually moved down 3 places. Dylan had that lap 1 incident. If he did have an incident. He's back up to P8 now. And he's AI, so he's not in the race. Toto, who jumped the start, he'll be happy with his safety car, because that brings him back into the points now. And back into the race, of course. Byron, I haven't really seen much of him this race. He had an incident on lap 1 as well, I think. Brake quite heavily there. Hopefully, Kenny's didn't go into him. He's got a drive through, so his race is pretty much over. And there's Willie catch up. Who he is? He just got a 3-second time penalty. I was about to say how did he get that under the safety car, but he's not quite caught up to the pack yet, so he's still going at race pace. Safety car out for another lap, so plenty of time. TBS catching up to the pack as well. On his debut, he's probably hoping for a better race than he is so far. Bashuka, the last of the pack. It says Wolf still in the race, but there he is, in the middle of that pack. But he's disconnected or something, as we saw in qualifying. His as by coming to the pits, he's changing his strategy last minute. So So he'll be bringing up the rear now. I shoot goes on the hards. Tyres, see what's going on. Well, at least he'll be going to the end now. 100%. Hopefully the safety car will be in this lap. There we go, safety car is in this lap. And it's quite an early call. Than it usually does. So Vaughan will send them, and we'll get this race back underway. The field was spread out before, so now let's race on again. So some shenanigans going in the back there, it seems. It's really catch up past DVS. Vaughan, Joel sends them. Looks like Joel and Podgy got a good getaway, so does Adam. Go down to turn 1. So as they were. No position. Oh, Pete is off. And he survives somehow. But another safety car restart disaster for Lynch. Mexico. Then he's up to P6. He's got past Dylan. There's Joel making a move on Vaughan. You don't normally see an overtake. Side by side. Vaughan's ahead at the minute. Joel's going to fight this down the inside as well. Still side by side, and Vaughan is through. Podgy's now going to have a look as well. We'll go on board with him. Best view. This battle. Oh, and Joel maybe should have backed out earlier there, because that compromises the line. Vaughan's always going to come across him there. These two fighting very hard for the race, the lead here. Joel was through. Not sure if Vaughan let him through there. He felt if he did that unfairly. Joel looked like he used all his ERS already that lap. So he desperately wanted to get past straight away. As Kay's coming to the pits now to serve his drive through, I think. Podgy could get involved in this now. Toto passes Lenny for P7. Looks like Woody Ketchup's going to get through as well. And Kay's again struggling with pit lane. Lenny struggling now. He's been forced a little bit wide there by TBS. He's on 13 lap old medium, so he was always going to struggle against drivers on fresher tyres. Toto on the back of Dylan now. Dylan, oh, he's gone. And again, that's not a DNF. Oh, it is a DNF this time. This could be a safety car. It's a VSC, so not too bad. I want to be a bit unhappy with that because he would have thought about making a move here. I only have to wait. Dylan just caught too much inside curve there. When you do that, because of the camber of that little chicane, you go across it. It's gonna send him into the wall. And we're back underway, and Podgy's got a brilliant restart. He's gonna have a look at Vaughan. Was off 2 seconds. Caught napping under the VSC. Unless the delta was glitched. But Joel's just gone. He's up the road. 2.2 seconds now. Not sure what's happened there. There's Killer Miller now on the back of Adam. Looks like he's going to make a move as well. Down the inside before the chicane. He's going to get it done. Good move from Killer Miller. Now Vaughan will have to use that ERS to try and catch up now. Caught napping, he must have been a glitch. Joel just had a crazy. He got the delta bang on maybe. There's a yellow flag. Is it Woody? And it is Woody. He's gone out off the last corner. Sugar back in the points. TBS in the points in his debut. We're still going. 3 minutes behind. According to the game. It's Adam now. Falling back a bit. Almost made some good ground already. Look like Pudgy's fallen back as well. It's Bio on the softs up against TBS, who's picked up quite a few penalties I've seen so far. Struggling with the track limits. TBS on the fret. So, whoa! Boy, I just lost it completely. And it's going to be his race done as well. This is a safety car. Anyway, Killer Miller hunting down the podium position. It's Vaughan back in the DRS range of Joel, so he's. Killer Miller goes down the other side. Nice move again from Killer Miller. But yeah, Vaughan 2 seconds behind a few laps ago. Now he's right on the back of Joel, putting it under pressure. Getting in that DRS zone. How much ERS is he using? Yeah, quite a lot compared to Joel. See, he's using more just to try and get that DRS range, and he can start saving for a few laps. So he's done it for this lap. The battle for the lead is on again. Joel has much more advantage this time with the ERS. Go down the field, much going on in terms of battling. Bio and Pete back here. Bruce spun out. Joel actually eating up his ERS now as well. So maybe it's going to be an even playing field very soon. This will be the battle of the watch for the majority of the race now. As Vaughan goes deep there, it's going to cost him all that hard work and his 3 second time penalty for his troubles as well. So all that work just been undone pretty much. Joel is on course to bring home the title. Pudgy sticking to the back of Killer Miller. Having a good race is Pudgy. Not the best exit there. Lenny's disconnect. P11 in a minute. Let's see if Podgy can get a good exit here and maybe make a move. Doesn't look like he will. Adam's not too far behind. It's 10 laps to go. Joel's just got to bring it home now. As things stand, he will win the title. A lot can happen in 10 laps. One mistake, one validation, bring it back into him for Vaughan. Go back to Podgy. He's just about keeping up with Killamilla, then a DRS. Not too many battles going on right now. So I see Kilamilla's coming to the pits. No, Vaughan's come to the pits as well, so there we go. And mediums, maybe we're not going to the end. So this it's going to help Vaughan get the undercut. Could take the lead of the race, but he does have that penalty, of course. See what happens. Comes out just ahead of the Williams of Woody Ketchup, and he will not want Woody trying to make a battle of it. So Kay's now coming to the pits as well. Had to stir that drive through, so he's back. So Kay's again struggling with the pit lane. Yeah, so Vaughan was about 1.2 seconds behind, I think. So we'll see how much time he has gained on this lap here. These fresh softs. And Joel's actually stayed out, I think. So if he does have to pit, Joel, Vaughan will definitely get ahead of him. But he's only got 8 laps to go. He's got a 7.4 gap lead of Podgy. As then he's got back in. It did go down. I reckon Joel's going to the end. He's got a big enough gap. Just look after the tyres and just make sure they do not this is a yellow flag. Oh, there's Lenny popping out the ground. There's Pete trying to make a move around the outside. Looks like he's on the grass when Woody Ketchup's gone. And this could be a safety car. It is. So that's unlucky for Vaughan, because if Joel did have to pit, he would have been ahead. We'll see if Joel passed the pit lane. He has passed the pit lane. So actually this is Podgy stays out as well. Adam's coming. Toad's coming. Bashuka's made it up to P5. He'll be delighted with that after that incident. So Joel and Podgy, to me, have made a big mistake. I don't know if Joel passed the pit lane before the safety car come out. But if looks like Vaughan could be the favourite now to win this race. So we're going to have a lap 2 under the safety car, which will bring us up to lap 24. Which will be a 5-lap race or sprint to the finish. One on a race too hard with these tyres, trying to catch up. Get the best life out of them. Adam's on fresh, soft, so is Toto. So this is going to be interesting for the championship if Joel. He's got Podgy for cover as well, who's on the 12-lap old mediums as well. It's all about if Vaughan can get past Podgy as quick as possible. Sorry. Yeah, it's a big mistake from Joel, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, he might have passed the pit lane and had no choice. So Kays is back in it, but he's got them penalties, of course. Oh, as he nearly lost it. Jesus. We'll go for a rundown. Joel leading this race. As I say, he's on the slower tyre, old tyres, and with Podgy. Vaughan, P3, on the softs, 3-lap olds. He's got a penalty, of course, to deal with as well. Joel hasn't, so it could be close. It could be close. Maybe it could have been, maybe it was the right decision for Joel if he's thinking about the penalties. We'll get 3 seconds ahead of him. And only 5 laps to do it. So. Or maybe 4, depends how long the safety car stays out. Anyway, Adam, Kilometer, P4, Adam P5. Toto's made himself way back up to P6 on the fresh soft as well. Bashuka, P7. Finley's not in the race, so Lenny got himself back in. He's on the hard zone, he's got all the soft runners behind him, so he's going to be under attack straight away. Kenny is P10. He's got a few penalties to deal with, of course. TBS also have quite a few penalties, I think. Courage, spell off earlier from P5. Looking at points, he's no penalties as well. Bio incident trying to get past someone. There's Will still going AI. So safety car stays out for another lap, so it is going to be a 4-lap shootout here. It's all about if Vaughan killing minutes actually. Sorry, I was looking at Adam. Killerman had no penalties, but Adam was also looking good for a good finish here. Penalties in front of him. As I say, it's all about if Joel can hang on to P1, because he will win the title if he does. And if if he finishes second, it looks like Adam will finish at least in the top 3, so that will delay it for another week. Vaughan's also up there. He might finish on the podium as well. So a quick look at the fastest lap, because that does come into play. So one thing across. There's fastest lap. K's. So safety car is in this lap. We will ride on board with Vaughan for the restart. So picks up a 3-second penalty underneath the safety car. Not ideal. Joel backs up the pack now. And here we go for this 4-lap shootout. Are they gone? They're gone now. Vaughan looks to be. Oh no! What's happened? Not gone yet, it's taken to the line. So Kilometer gets a 5-second penalty. That could be removed potentially at the end of the race. This Podgy's all out of shape, and that is. There we go. Vaughan is on the back of Joel already. Now, can he get past and make up that time? TBS has made us up P8, passes the AI of Finley. This could get quite interesting here. There's Adam up to P4 as well. Podgy dropped back already down to P5. Had a pretty poor exit out of that first corner. Kay says in the chat, there's a spinners at Bashuka again. I'm having a great night. Yeah, Kay's got a struggle with the pit lane speed. Yeah, it is a bit dodgy around the track, I must admit. There's like no line or like no indicator. You can see on the entry where you've got to slow down. You just got to go off with the graphic that tells you at the top. Vaughan is desperate to get past, and look at Joel using a lot of his ERS to defend. Just got to hold him off as long as he possibly can. So K's up to P9 now. Lenny on them old hard tyres. And we will. So the instant is that. So K's and Lenny have come together. So Kilman's dropped off it. Looking forward, desperate to get past. He knows time is against him. And Joel's done a good job so far. So TBS was, of course, a good result there. Spun off. Kilomina picks up a time penalty. It's going to help Toto. Likes of Toto. Here we go. Can Vaughan get past on this time? So another yellow flag. The back marker spinning off, and K's is gone. DRS is enabled. So Vaughan looks like he's going to get past here. Didn't get that one activated for him, so he's going to have to wait. We'll stay up front here because this is the battle for the championship. It's very close. Looks like Will's car just stopped on track again, unless that's K's. That must be K's. Yep, K's car just disappearing now. Bring up the pen times. No, let's keep it a surprise. As Vaughan now goes down inside as they go wheel to wheel. And he's going to get it done. Oof. Very close there. I thought Vaughan was going to get his wing taken off there. Joel got the DRS. Maybe this lap. There's Adam going on here. It's a bit of a battle here. P4. Toto involved in this as well. We'll go back to the front, see if Vaughan's making a move. Joel's out of ERS. And this time, is he through? Oh, and that's Joel has spun out there. Vaughan, bit of contact maybe. Could be one for the stewards, but anyway. Joel's down to P6 now. Vaughan was very desperate to get past, and Joel desperately hang on to it. Neither of them backed out. This is another car going off there. In the background, Alpha Tauri, maybe Podgy. Definitely one for the stewards. That one. Anyway, well, unfortunately not changed the result because maybe Vaughan will get a penalty for that. We'll see. He's got a 6-second lead over Adam. Them two pushing very hard. There's Toto now looking down the inside of Killer Miller. Nice move there from Toto. He gets through. Up into the podium. Positions after his jump start. Got a train here, Kinninch. Also looking at Killer Miller. Killer Miller got a problem. Well, he's out of ERS. We now enter the final laps. Pete goes down the inside. A little bit of wheel banging. Killer Miller's still there. Joel now looking to get involved as well. Trying to make his way up. But he's on them old mediums, so I think he would. Anyway, Pete's up to P4 now. Killer Miller might fight this. The two Aston Martins going side by side. Joel's still got a bit of pace on them tyres. And he's been squeezed by his teammate into the wall, and that is not good for Joel the last few laps. He's going to be absolutely furious of what's just happened there. Anyway, Lenny making a move on TBS maybe. So look very good for Joel. But now he's down P9. A few instants. Bit of controversy maybe as Vaughan crosses the line. He's going to take the win in Australia. Adam's going to come home in P2. Toto. Pete. Oh no, Adam wins the race. After penalties, Adam wins the race. Toto in second. Vaughan goes down to P3. Pete, good return there in P4. Bio out of nowhere finishes P5. Finley AI, so he will not be getting that position. So Podgy finishes P6. Killer Miller finishes P7. Joel finished P8. After them, see what's happening in the chat in a few minutes. TBS picks up a point on his debut. A couple of points actually, because Finley. And then he will pick up the last points position. So a bit of controversy, a bit of drama towards the end of the race, some good racing as well. Especially between Joel and Vaughan before that incident. Both racing very hard. Pete's he sat down when the tyre was on free, so he just managed to make the start of the race. Yeah, we'll see what happens in the steward rooms after that. To be honest, I think Joe will be more annoyed with his teammate for squeezing him against the wall. He did have a fair kilometre to have a car on his outside as well, so maybe that is a factor as well. Anyway, here is the provisional race results. Adam picks up, which could be his first win. Let me just check that. I think it is his first win. That is his second win. He must have won a race this season. Must have done. I actually did he won a race after the stewards review and the penalties after the race. I'm trying to figure out which one that was. Oh yeah, Netherlands, that was the one. Yeah. So second win for Adam, 7GR. Toto, good comeback drive there to take P2. Probably my driver of the day, I'd say, as well. Vaughan crossed the line first, but demoted down to P3. Had that incident with Joe, of course. Knight, good return for him. Bio P5. I'd say Finley's not actually classified, so Podgy P6. Killer Miller P7. Joel P8. Lenny P9. And TBS picking up that point on his debut. And the rest are DNF, so definitely some good racing in there, especially at the top end. But if Joel's going to have to win the title, he's going to have to wait until next week, because Adam's now brought himself right back into it. We'll have a quick look at what that does to the standards quick. So Joel finished P8. Yep, so gap is now 7 points between Joel and Adam. So that's going to be an interesting finale. And that is going to be at Austria. So a very good track to, well, it's probably not the best track to drive on, but does show up some good races. So that's next week, if you want to join us at the same time next week. And also Tier 1 on Tuesday, finale. Legendary's already won the title, so it's going to be sort of an exhibition race, and that's going to be a good one because that's at Spa, so that's always a good track to race at. So if you liked what you see tonight, you want to get involved, sign up to the website, join the Discord, and we'll sort you from there. But thank you for watching, and we shall see you same time again next week. Goodbye.